Hello, everybody. I think it's funny how they both happen to be sitting with their backs turned. I was trying to get this started, and she kept coming and like wanting to lay right on top of it, and I was telling her no, she either has to come into my lap or go over there, and she could not decide, and then was trying to come like sit over here. Yeah, anyway, there's just been a lot of like indecision going on in this reading today, so I don't know if people have felt really indecisive in the collective. I mean, I've felt all over the place, but like this has really felt all over the place because like what I was getting when I initially started pulling, like I started with the goddess cards, and I was getting like, it's like I was getting like a frozen tundra, like, you know what I mean? Like it's just like, especially from this, it just feels like someone's been like stuck in ice, you know? And I was thinking of ice because like, oh sorry, and there's this one too, because she's like reminds me of Elsa, like the ice queen. You know what I mean? Like, and just like feeling like so stuck, just stuck in time. Like I'm like, how? Because like, you know, here it's like I see this, since it's upside down, it's like as above so below, but like above here with it upside down, it's like I feel like there's like offers waiting to come down, but like we're in this super unknown time, you know what I mean, of like we're just sitting here and we're like meditating, and we're very open to receiving like what is to come in, like, you know what I mean, like we're keeping ourselves very open for our wishes. So it's like almost like it's like there's like a surprise that's coming, but like there's something stuck about this surprise, like but there's also something about sacrifice. So like in order to get this surprise, we had to sacrifice, or have to sacrifice something pretty big to like gain control of this ultimate fate, right? Like look at them like dancing like in the star, you know what I mean? And this is skywriting fates. So, and then we've got the King of Swords and Ace of Cups here. So it's like this is like a really big mysterious like surprise. I don't know if it has to do with like with love, or literally just like a secret, like really illuminating offer, like dream offer, you know what I mean, from someone in power. I feel like it's really a really big divine surprise because you've been working really hard to like defeat this matrix, you know what I mean? Like it's literally all this green energy. It's giving me like matrix. So it's like you're getting the new beginning of like breaking out of the matrix, and like I was saying, like feeling like you're on the unknown, like just waiting to see what's gonna happen next. And so like this is you being on your like unmarked trail, or like you know, in the dark valley, like dark night of the soul kind of situation, right? So it's like you've been spending a lot of time closing a lot of like old lessons or cycles, and so now we are literally embarking like into the void, you know what I mean, the void of new, the void of fate, right? And with that being said, it's like, this was an interesting message over here. And bear with me, okay? This started coming through as I was pulling the cards too. And also these are like miracle cards, right? So it's like, that's why I feel like it's like, this is like, it's a very divine time for like a surprise of anything that could happen, like something you could think one way or another. Like it's just like there's a really big divine surprise coming of fate, you know, as long as like you've been doing what you need to do and staying on par and online and like listening to yourself and like taking your own direction, then you're gonna get your dreamy ultimate fate, right? But with that being said, with you taking your ultimate direction, this came through to me. It's up to you. And this is so funny that this came through, because I am not like a Lord of the Rings or whatever fan. Hobbit fan. You know what I mean? Like, but it's up to you to choose the correct walking stick, right? You know what I mean? That's the message I got from this. Also, I thought it was funny, like, because, like, a walking stick is, like, a resource, right? Like, it helps you walk on your path, right? And then how these have, like, horns. I was like, oh my god, it's so funny because it looks like the wand has, like, horns, right? So it's like, you gotta find your correct walking stick to help guide you on your path, right? To, like, you have your walking stick because your walking stick helps you along your path, right? So it's like, what is the right walking stick? And I don't know if that's in choosing the right direction, the right person, the right guide, the right, you know what I mean? Like, you can take that in several different ways, like whether your walking stick is a person, a path, a guided idea, a belief, whatever. I don't know. Like, what is your walking stick? But it's important to choose the right walking stick, because if you're like, so then I was like looking at this, if you have, because it's like the same person. So it's like, and this I was also looking at it different ways. But if you're like battling with all these different walking sticks, you don't know which direction you're going to go in, because you're like, well, this walking stick goes in this direction and this walking stick goes in that direction. So then it's like, well, if you have that many walking sticks, you don't know which walking stick to go with, right? But with that being said, this is also like, I was looking at someone like fighting different thoughts about you, and also you fighting yourself, like with moving forward, right? Because like whoever's stuck in the tundra, whether that's you or this other person, like I'm talking about, being stuck in ice, being frozen, it's like you're keeping yourself stuck one way or another, whether you're choosing to be stuck on a path that doesn't work for you anymore, or with a person that doesn't work for you, or with ideas and a mindset that doesn't work for you anymore, right? And then also, I don't know about the whole, like, the tundra part is like, maybe someone got a new car, or is thinking about getting a new car, because the Toyota Tundra also came up to me, but, or simply you just feel like you're stuck in the tundra of life, which feels like permanently frozen. You feel like it's permanently frozen, a vast, big space of area that feels so frozen and like impossible to get out of. But it's not impossible to get out of, I promise you that, okay? Because as long this freaking leaf blower or whatever that is, as long as you keep blowing things out of the way, right? We're talking about the leaf blower and now it stops. You're gonna have a clear path. But with that being said, it's like, the other message I was getting is that some things we need to do in stealth, like in silence. You know what I mean? Like, because to me, I was getting like, this reminds me of like, it's like going on a tightrope, but the tightrope is like the web. You know what I mean? So it's like, and like there's holes in the web, right? So you can't just like walk anywhere on the web, technically, right? Like. So, like, as a human, right? I don't know. It depends on how tightly woven the web is, right? But technically, you would need to, like, kind of still watch where you step. Kind of like on a bridge to, like, over lava, right? Or whatever. So, it's up to you, the silent steps that you're going to take right now that are going to determine your future, right? And, like, sometimes it's better to act quietly, to get to know the lay of the land, so no one can keep trying to sabotage you. And also, like, just not everybody needs to know what you're doing, and all that matters is that you're happy. And if no one can like disturb your happy by you being quiet and like ninja-ing your own plan of life, then that's what you should do, right? Because we don't need anyone coming in here and sitting on on top of something that you're trying to look at and trying to do, right? And so that's why I feel like this walking stick really matters. And like, there's something that's been holding you back, whether that's like a person, a decision, your mindset. Don't let things hold you back from your wishes. Go get your dang wishes, right? It's all about action and detachment right now. Detachment, but action. So quit being so attached to certain things and start moving, right? And it's okay to say no. Just like how at the beginning I was like saying Mango, like, no, like, and telling them, like, no, don't ruin my, like, pretty card freaking setup I just did, right? And I was like, oh, wait, actually, that's an interesting message. Because, like, I was just like, it's okay to stand up for, like, what you've worked so hard for, and it doesn't matter what that is. Whether it's, like, a pretty setup with your cards, and you don't want your cats to jump all over it and ruin it, you know what I mean? Or a beautiful plan in your life. And it doesn't matter how much you love these people, just like how much I love my cats. You can't just let anyone come in and freaking step all over your plan or sit all over your plan, you know what I mean, and like distract you so you can't see it anymore, or ruin all this hard work that you've done to make something so beautiful, you know what I mean? And then you're like, oh, well, okay, I love you so much, so I guess it's okay if you mess it up, I'll just fix it. No, it should not be like that. You should not be okay with having to fix things that people come in and purposely or not purposely mess up, but you know that they're going to mess it up, right? And because that's what they do, is they're known for messing things up, and that's not okay. Like, people need to realize their own patterns, okay? So don't let people come in and mess things up for you. Protect what you've worked so hard for, all right? Be a ninja, if that's what that means. Be quiet and just, like, do things on your own, and, you know, be the free Aquarius that you are, okay? Because there's no one like you, and just hold on to your freaking success and power, you know what I mean, and peace, and, like, you know, don't be afraid to make those sacrifices to get your freaking rewards of fate, you know what I mean? Like, you are a princess, and, like, you deserve all the freaking pentacles. Let's make our dreams a reality, okay? So don't let people sit all over your hard work. Appreciate what you've done. Say no when you need to, and have a beautiful day. I love you. Bye. Supernova Sun Goddess out.